Good morning everyone, this is Bremster and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle from the Unlocked Puzzle Pack Collaborators. I don't know if you'll remember, but 9 days ago I released an introduction to Lockout Line videos, and the reason I did that is because this pack was coming. The Unlocked Puzzle Pack has landed today. So this is a pack of, I think it's over 30 puzzles, which are all lockout line puzzles. I may have the number of puzzles wrong, but it's a free pack, and all of the puzzles in the pack are broken into 4 levels of difficulty. So you'll start with the 101 puzzles, which will be fairly gentle, and then it'll work its way up to the 401 puzzles, which are the ones that are quite brutal. This is a puzzle that I was asked to do by the Collaborators pack to release the pack, so today being the day of release, because this is one that was created by all of them. I do not know who was specifically involved. They just turned around and said this was the collaborators who did it. They got together in a Discord channel and sat down and just played with it together. So this was set by a bunch of people who are all very good at setting lockout line puzzles, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. So the puzzle pack looks like this. So this is their title graphic for it, and what we're going to, and in the description below, I will try and have a link to the pack or details of where you can find it. This will be a free pack that will be made available via various different channels. With permission, I will make a public free open post on my Patreon, so that you can find it there, and I will just do whatever I can to get the details out. So yeah, go look for that. And if you're after some help with this particular puzzle, which is one of the ones in the pack, being the Crossroads, then this video will help you. So this is Bremster jumping in from a couple of days after I recorded the puzzle, to say that, of course, the other thing I've got going on is the puzzle hunt that I am running on my channel, and I will bring up the image to the puzzle hunt to the side here. The reason that I'm jumping in from the future is the day I went live with my puzzle hunt, I found out that I had got the link to the puzzle wrong, and it was going to an old version of the puzzle, which I was not very happy with, and I spent a few hours correcting, and I was quite unhappy to find out that people were going to the wrong puzzle. So what I've done is I've corrected the link. The details are on the screen that you can see, and I've put it in all the descriptions of my videos, and I updated the public post on my Patreon page with all the correct details. And if you go to the link that you find the answer to with -fixed at the end, you will be taken to the correct puzzle. If someone does go to the wrong puzzle and submits that answer, I will accept either, but I think you'll enjoy the actual fixed puzzle more than you would the other one that you would get to. I'm not going to do a readout of names today like I did yesterday, and I will do another one tomorrow, and then I'll probably leave it until the end of the competition before I do a final name readout, and then I'll have something special at the end of the month as well. So if you're interested in my puzzle hunt, the riddle is up here and you'll be able to follow that, or you can just jump to, as I said, on my 3rd day I would release just a link to the riddle. If you go to the very bottom of the description of this video, you will find a link directly to the puzzle where you will be able to just bypass the answer. But if you wish to still try the riddle, you can just do this here. And now back to the previous Bremster. So I'm back finally. That was supposed to be like a 5-10 minute break, and during it I got a message from my manager saying we just need you for 5 minutes before you start work for the day, and it is now 9 hours later. So my boss does get to do that. He's the reason I can afford to pay for all of these videos and everything. But I looked at what I'd done before and I was up to rules discussion. So let's look at the rules. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, we must place the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. Then we've got lockout lines, and the way lockout lines work is you have digits on diamonds on the lines. You will put digits on the lines. There are diamonds on the lines, and they terminate the line. So while this looks like one very long line, this is actually a lockout line, and then this is a lockout line, and then this is a different lockout line. They just share diamonds. The diamonds on the ends of the lines must be at least 4 apart. And the digits on the lines must be outside the bound set by those digits. So as an example, if this was a 3 and this was a 7, then these cannot be 3, 7 or anything between them. So in this case, they would need to be 1, 2, 8 and 9, which are the 4 digits that do not lie between 3 and 7. So that's how lockout lines work. We have between lines. So between lines are the exact opposite. So if these digits were 3 and 7, these digits would need to be between 3 and 7. So these would have to be 4, 5, and 6. And then we've got Kropki pairs. So digits on a black dot must have a 1:2 ratio. Digits on a white dot must be consecutive, and not all dots are given. And with that, this grid is solvable. Let's give it a shot. So how do we do this? So I did notice while we were doing this that, and I'm going to bring up my calculator, all of these have 4 segments on a lockout line. Now, when you have that, you know that these must be 4 apart because you have to exclude 4 digits. So if these weren't 4 apart, if these were more than 4 apart, you wouldn't have 4 digits that are locked out. So for example, if this was 3 and 8, then I do not, which is 5 apart, I do not have 4 digits locked out. I've got 1, I've got 2, I've got 9, and there's nothing else I can put on this now. So these digits on these line must be exactly 4 apart, because these lines, you can have more if they don't see each other, but these all see each other. So always 4 apart, which means I've got 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7, 4, 8, or 5, 9. Hang on. Or the same in reverse. 5, 1, 6, 2. But if I use 2, 6 as an example, then I need to go back to 4 apart, and I need to go back to 2. If I do 3, 7, I'd have to go back to 3. If I go 7, 3, I'd have to go back to 7. The only way you can make this work, but with 3 digits that see each other, is 1, 5, 9, and the only way you can do that is by putting a 5 in the middle. So that's the only way you can do 4 apart between those, and they must be 4 apart where they all see each other. That's very, very cool. And of course, the only thing that is 4 apart from either 1 or... No, the only thing that is 4 apart from 1 or 9 that allows you to put... It must be exactly 4 apart for the reason I gave at the start. This must be a 5. Whether this is a 1 or a 9, it must be exactly 4 apart. This is a 5. This is a 4 or a 6. Okay, what comes next? That must be a 5, because you can never put a 5 on a lockout line. Because if you put a 5 on a lockout line, then you don't have it. You can't lock a 5 out of the bounds of it, because I don't on this one, because I know that the ends of one of them is a 5, and so I couldn't put a 5 on this line. But if you think about it, you can never put 5 on a lockout line, because if you were to put, say, 1 digit lower than it, a 4, you can't do 4 lower to be able to lock out the 5. You'd have to go 4 higher, and then you've included 4 on the line. So you can never put 5 on a lockout line. That becomes a 5. If you go 1, 5, these are all high. If you go 9, 5, these are all low. So these are all going to be 1 parity. I don't know what that parity is, but they're all going to be the same parity. So these are going to be the other parity. These are all going to be the same parity, which will mean these are the other parity, and I cannot make those all green. So these are all purple, and these are all green. These are all the same parity, and I can't make them purple because then I would have 5 purple in the row. And by parity, I'm talking high-low. So digits between 6 and 9 or 1 to 4. And I can't put 5 digits between 6 and 9 in the same grouping. So those must be green and these must be purple. That's putting some pressure on that digit. Because whatever this digit is, it has to have, so it has to have 2 digits in it. There has to be 2 digits that are between it and the different high-low parity. So, for example, if this was a 3, these would both have to be 4 because I can't use a different high-low parity, and this would be high. So this can't be a 3. So this is 1, 2, 8, or 9 because I could do 2, 3, 4, or I could do 1 and then use 2, 3, or 4 in here. But I can't use 3 because then both of these would have to be 4. And if I used 4, there would be nothing I could put in here. And the same is true for 7, 8, and 9, just in reverse. I'd be going down, not up. Is it something with this between line? Because you can never put 1 or 9 on a between line. So 9 is limited to those. 9 is limited to those. 9 is limited to those. If I include 1, I get all of... It doesn't seem to take me very far. And I can put 5 on a between line, and I can put 5 even on the end of a between line. I can't put 5 on either end of the diagonal between line, lockout line here, but because this one sees a 5 and this one is on a black Kropki dot, and you cannot put 5 on a black Kropki dot. So that means this is either going to be much more constrained or have high and low digits on it. So it could have like 1 and 9 on it if this is sort of 2, 8 or something. I need to put green 1, 9 somewhere in this box. And it can't go in those two because if either of those is... So if green is either high or low. So if green is low, then this is a 1, and I can't put a 1 in here, and I'd have to put a 1 in here. If green is high, then... So a green 1, 9 can be treated as a 1 or a 9, but it must be... you can treat them as a single digit. A green 1, 9 and a purple 1, 9 are different. So a green 1, 9 must go in here, which means I can't put a green 1, 9 there, and I cannot put a green 1, 9 there. That is a green 1, 9. So now I've got all of the 1, 9s in here. Purple 1, 9 must go in here. So purple 19, well, it can't go there. So it's in this row. And you can't put 1 or 9 on a between line. That is a purple 19. Holy cow! You can never put 1 or 9 on a between line, and that purple 19 sees both of those cells. That is a purple 19. That's insane. Green 19 must be in here, because you can't put them in those 4 cells because they're on between lines, and you can't put them there because it sees it. So green 19 must be in there. So these are the only places for 1 and 9 in this row, which means I cannot put 1 on this Kropki dot. So this is now from 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, which is a ridiculous number of options. Still less than it was. So purple 19 goes in there. I can't put green 19 in any of those. Hang on. Green 19 has to go in here. This is purple 19, and I cannot put a 1 or 9 in any of those. So green 19 is down here, which means that's not green 19, which means this is green 19. This is bonkers. I know I say that a lot. Everyone's got to have a catchphrase. I didn't expect that to be mine, but it seems to have happened. So green 19 here, green 19 here, purple 19 here. So now I've got green 19 here and here. So green 19 has to go in this column. And it can only go in one of those two because you can never put it on a between line. Have I got something similar happening here? Oh, I do now. Green 19 cannot go here. It cannot go on a between line. And now because of these 19s, I can't put it there. Green 19 goes in here. But I don't know about purple 19. I'm not going to do that because I can't isolate. So there must be a 1 or a 9 that is green. I'm actually going to start doing this as much as I don't like it. So that's the green 19. That's the green 19. These are the green 19. These are the purple 19. Five is in one of those 4, but I don't see how that helps. This between line. Can that be green? No, it can't. Because if these two were both green, I would need 3 digits between them. So this would, for example, have to be a green 4 or a green 6 because I can't make it the 1 or the 9. So that would be one end. This would have to be as far away from it as possible. So let's say this is a 4 and this is a 1, and then I'd have to put 3 digits between it, which I can't do. This cannot be green. This is the green 1, 9. This is not the green 1, 9. Now the green 1, 9 is in there. So this can't be green, can it? I just proved that. So if this is as... What can this be? I mean, from this one, 1, 2, 3... So this could be purple if it was a 4, a 5, or a 6. From here, though, this has to be... This can't be green. I've just proven that. So this has to be 2, 3, 4... So let's make this the small... I can't make it green. So let's make it the smallest I can possibly make it, 2. This then would have to go... I could put a 2 in here. No, I can't put a 2 in here because it's a between line. So this would go 3, 4, 5. This would have to be purple because 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd have to put a 5 on this line. So this is purple, and I have to put 2 digits between. So if this is 9, 8, 7, this has to be 4 or 6. These are now all purple because they have to be anything between 2 digits of the same parity. So if the digits between 1 and 4 would be 2 and 3, the digits between 9 and 6 are 7 and 8. So these are all the same parity. Where does 5 go in this row now? Well, it doesn't go in those, or in that, and that 5 sees there. So this is now a 5, which means all of these are green. And if all of those are green, I can't do 8 to go with 4, and I can't do 6, 3 at all. These are 2, 4. Green is low. Green is low. So I can select all the green cells and turn them blue, and I can select all the purple cells and turn them yellow. Green is low. So I'm now going to get rid of these ones by saying that's not 9, and then I can get rid of that. This is a pair of 1s because green is low, not 9. Green is a pair of 1s, and this is a pair of 9s. Now, green is... So this is 2, 4. That's a 9. That's a 6. This is a 7, 8, but I'll get to that. That's a 9. That's a 9. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's a pair of 9s. That's a 1. That's a 1. That was phenomenal. Now, 6, 5, 4, 3. This would have to be 2 or 1, and it can't be 1. This must be a 2. This is a 3, 4. This must be 3, 4, and 5. That can't be a 5. So that is low. 1, 2. This is a 3. Making it low and resolving that 3, 4. Now these are 6, 7, and 8. Now 4 on a lockout line would have to go with 8. And 2 could go with 6, 7, or 8. If this is 2 on a lockout line, it won't lock out any of 3, 4, or 5. Oh, I don't need that. That's a 4. That's a 2. 4 on a lockout line, 4 away from 4 is 8. The only thing locked out by that is 3, which makes that 4 and that 5. This is low. These are not 8. This is low. High is, one of these is a 1, but if this can't be the 1 now, because then I would need to put 4 digits between 2 and 1, and that's blatant nonsense. In fact, this is going to have a minimum value. 3, 5, I can't use 4. 3, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be an 8 or a 9. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 8. Oh no, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. This is, all I know is that is low. In fact, I know it's a 1 because 1 was in one of those 2 positions and that one sees that one. So that is a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is high, which means it's a 7, 8, or 9. What else is locked out on this lockout line, actually? So I've got 1, 2, I've already used 3, and 9. And I can't put 9 on that line. That is a 1, 2 pair. So they are both low. And because 1, 2 is 1, 2, and 3 are lower than 4, and 9 is the only thing higher than 8. So they're the values that go on the lockout line. 3 was already used, and 9 is not on the lockout line. So this is a 1, 2 pair. This can't be the 1 because of that one down there. So that's the 2, that's the 1. This is not the 1. These are all high. This 4 is making that a 6, which is high. 6 and 6 means 6 has to go up here somewhere. That's all that's left. So that is a 7. 6 and 9 make this 7 and 8, which means this is 6 and 9. This is an 8 by what's left in the box and has been for a while. This is a 6 and a 7 by what's left in the column. In fact, these digits here must be low, but they can be anything because of the between line. This is a 2 or a 4. 3 must go in there. This is 6, 7, or 8 because I can't use 9. I've got, actually this is 3 or 4 because I've got 1 and 2 in the column already. So this is the 2. This is a high digit. So this is a 6. So these are 5 and low. In fact, they're 4 and 5. This has been high for a long time. I just didn't mark it. 5 must go in here now, so both of these are high. This is 7, 8, 9. Because it must be high and C's a 6. Not sure if it's this consecutive dot. It is. So what can go on this dot? I'm going to start at the top and work down. So if this is 9, this could be 7, 8, but it can't be because I can't put either 7 or 8 in here. So this can't be 7, 8. It can't be 7, 6. It can't be 6, 5. It can't be 5, 4. So it could be 4, 3 or 3, 2. Either way, there is a 3 on this. And either way, both of them are low. Five is in one of those two because of the 5s looking into the box. 5 is similarly in one of those two. That's got so many options on it. So we know these are 2, 3, and 4. That one is not 2. We've got all, these are high. We've got all of the low digits in this column and the 5. These 3 digits are high. So that's a 7, 8 or a 9. Can't put a 9 on a between line. So 9 goes in there. Which means 9 is one of those two. This is a known pair. This is 2 and 3, which gives me a 2, 3, 4 triple along this row. Except this can't be a 3. This is a 2. The 3 must be over here. So this can't be a 3. This is a 2. This is a 3. That means this is now a 3, 4 pair, which makes this the 5 and this the 4, making that the low digit. I now must put a 2 in here. That digit, what can that be? It must be low. It can't be a 5. It can't be a 6. It can't be a 7. It can't be an 8. It can't be a 9. This is a naked single. It sees 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That right there is the 2. So that is now high and is 7, 8, or 9. This is now the only place left in the row for the 5. So this is a 7, 8, or 9. 6 is in one of those two. That's not 5. These are high. These are both high. This has to be under a lot more pressure now, doesn't it? That's got to be the most pressured thing on the grid. Though I worry I am missing basic Sudoku before I continue. So these are 7, 8, and 9, and must contain a 9. 3 is in one of those two. I have to put 1 and 4 in here because of the 1s and 4s looking in. So 1 goes up here and 4 goes down here. Okay, let's look at this line. What are the possibilities? 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 7. That's a lot of options. Now, this can't be 2 or 4 or 9. Actually, I can take 9 off this completely because 9 has to go 3. Oh, there. This can't be 3. So one end has to be 7, 8, 9. And one end has to be from 2, 3, 4 because otherwise they're not 4 apart. Actually, it's 7, 8. One end has to be from 7, 8. I'm not seeing enough pressure here. I can't put a 2 on the end because then I'd have nothing to lock out. Oh, hang on. I could go 178. Sorry, 278. I could do that. That was complete nonsense. Can't put a 4 or a 7 in the middle, though, surely. Because if I put a 4 in the middle, what would I lock it out with? I'd have to put a 2 or a 3 on one end, and I wouldn't have it locked out. Could I put a 7 in the middle? No, same thing. I'd have to put an 8 on one end, and I wouldn't have locked out the 7. So I've got a 2 or an 8 in the middle. But this could go 8, 4, 2, 7, 3, 2, 8, 3, 2, 7, 3, 2, 4, 8, 2, 3, 8. Yeah, it's too many options. 2, 7, 8. Yeah, too many options. What about this between line? So I've got 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, you can never put a 9 on a between line. I was flowing so well. That's a 1-5 pair. And it's been a 1-5 pair for ages. So this is a 3 or a 4. And is low. But anyway, coming back to this. I am not seeing how to restrict that. That can't be a 7. If that's a 7, what would I put there? I'd have to put something on the between line for it. That's not a 7. So 7 goes in here. So there's no 7 here. I've now got an 8-9 pair. This is a 6-7 pair. There's no 6 here because of this 6. I've got to have missed something. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, and I can't see why it can't be any of them. Hang on. This has to have... I can't put a 9 on a between line. You absolute twonk knuckle, Bremster. The word for the day is twonk knuckle. Twonk knuckle. This can't be a 2 because there's nothing I could bound it with. This is now a high digit. I've now got a 6-7 pair. That's an 8. I can take 8 out of those. 9 must be in one of those. It takes 8 out of there. That makes that a 2. So that's a low digit. This can no longer be a 2, but any of those that are 4 apart lock out the 2. This is not a 2, which makes that the absolute 2. It is an absolute form of 2-ness. So, there's no 8 on this line because of the 8 down here now. Which means I can't use a 4 on the line because it's not far enough away from 7. This is the 4. This is the 3. This is the 4. This is the 3. This is a 3, 7, which means I take 7 out of those. This is a 9. This is an 8. This 3 makes this the 4 and this the 3, which makes this the 4. I'm not sure. This is now a 4 because I've got 4 has to be in here, and those 4, this, yeah, that's the 4, which makes that the 1. That 1 makes that the 5 and that the 1. So these are all low. This is not a 2 or a 6 anymore. This is a 7 or a 9. So that's got to completely mess up with this between line, doesn't it? This could be 7, 6, 2 or 9. 7, 6. This has to be the high digit now, doesn't it? If this is 9, this could be 7 and this can't be lower. This can't be a 9 anymore. If this is 7, this would be 6 and this would have to be lower, and it can't be. This is not 7. If this is 6, yes, this is 2 or 6. So 2, 6 or 7, 9, or 2, 6, 7 or 9, 6, 7, 9. All of those work. This is a high digit. This is a high digit. This is the 5. Don't I need to put another high digit in this column? I've only got 3 high digits in that column, so one of those 2 must be high, which will give me my 4th high digit. That must be the 2. Yeah, I only had 3 low digits in the column. That must be the 2. It was the only place I could put 2 in that column. That was the way to see it. So if this is a 6, this could be either, if that's a 7, that's a 9. That can't be an 8. Can't put an 8 into any of those. That is an 8. That is a 3. That is high. That is low. This is 6, 7 or 9. That is a 6, 7, 9 triple. The other way to look at it is that 8 looks up, making that a 7 and that an 8. That 9 makes that a 6. That's been there for a while. 6, 7 pair makes that a 9, which makes that a 7, which makes that a 6, which makes that a 9. The 6 look over, making that 7 and that 6. Looking down, making that 6 and that 7. That 6 looks up, making that 7 and that 6, which is this, that 7 looks down, making that 8 and that 7. That 7 is going to look over. That will be a low digit. That will be a high digit. This will be a... I get the mode wrong right at the end. This will be a 3. This will be a 7. And that is the Crossroads completed. So that was amazing fun. I had to wait all day to do that puzzle, and it was worth it. So that is one of the, I think, more tricky puzzles I've seen, but I've only done, I think, 4 of the easier puzzles in the pack. So that is one of the trickier puzzles I've done. As I said, I haven't done many puzzles from the Unlocked Lockout Lines pack, which is has been released today, and all of the details for where to find the pack I will have in the description. At time of recording, they're not out yet, but they will be by the time they release, so I will have that there. And as I said, also below will be the 3 words you need to unlock the riddle and jump straight to the puzzle for my my puzzle hunt. So you will be able to do that. But if you wish to try and continue to solve the riddle, please, you can do that. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've had fun with the content from my channel. Thank you everyone for watching, and good luck with your solving.